Today on Mama's New News. Hello and welcome back to Mama to Two Howeries. Today we are discussing Colby Ryan. His charges are dropped. He has anger issues and past allegations. Let's get right to it. Friday, September 3rd, 2022, Colby Ryan's charges against him were dismissed without prejudice. A court appearance scheduled for Friday was vacated, and Ryan was released from custody without having to post bond. A spokeswoman with Maricopa County Attorney's Office confirms that the SA charges have been dropped, but the case remains open. The case is under review by our office. The dismissal was without prejudice, which allows us to refile charges. Jennifer Leor tells EastIdahoNews.com. Ryan was scheduled to appear in court on September 13th as well, but that hearing has been canceled. Colby Ryan, being the only surviving child of cult mom Lori Vallow, admitted that the struggle with anger issues and dark thoughts just weeks before he was arrested for allegedly essaying his estranged wife. So if you don't know, Saturday, September 3rd, 2022, Ryan was arrested for 2 counts of essay against his estranged wife. If you want to know more, you can go watch the quick video I did about it right here. During an exclusive interview, the U.S. Sun, at the end of May, Ryan spoke of struggling with anger issues and violent ideas after the murders of his 2 younger siblings, Tylee Ryan, who was 16, and J.J. Vallow, who was 7. The 2 children are alleged to have been murdered by their mother, Lori Vallow, and her husband, Chad Daybell, as a part of a depraved doomsday plot. Discussing how he turned to religion to cope with his siblings' cruel deaths, Ryan said, "In these moments, when you look back, I was very angry. I was hurt, I was uncomfortable, and I was sick to my stomach all the time. It was just a huge weight bearing down on me. And I feel like this until a couple of months ago. I felt like this until a couple of months ago, which is when I really started to dive into what happened. I knew it was time to face it," he continued. "It's such a difficult thing to do, but I can't live the rest of my life with it just lingering, so I dove in. And when I dove in, I understood why I was so angry. I realized I was hurt more than anything, that I was sad, and that I missed my family. I can't believe these things have happened, but there's also a surrender too, that I can't control any of it." Although insisting he found it within himself to forgive his mother for alleged murderous actions, Ryan also said that he once fantasized about offing Lori and Chad. After learning of the horrific circumstances in which Tylee and JJ were offed and disposed of, Ryan professed to being consumed by dark thoughts. "I was having the darkest thoughts about hurting them," he disclosed. "I was thinking, you want to hurt and off my family? Then I'm going to off you." It was so dark. But that's how you feel when you want revenge. Also, in an exclusive interview with the U.S. Sun at the end of May, Ryan recounted his tumultuous childhood living with Vallow, who rarely stayed in one place for too long and married often. According to Colby, Joseph Ryan, Tylee's biological father, was both physically and sexually abusive towards him. Lori was apparently unaware that Joseph Ryan was doing this to her son until after their divorce in 2004. However, Colby said that the physical abuse was carried out in plain sight for all to see, and his mom wasn't really there for him throughout it all. She didn't know other than how he treated me, which everybody could see how he treated me, but I never said anything because I was scared, he said. I just hid in fear. I didn't want to talk about it. I just put a lid on it because I felt embarrassed, and it was always very hurtful. The therapist informed us that Tylee reported being happy about the visits with her father and wanting those visits to continue during our last session, states in a document filed July 15, 2008 in Travis County, Texas court. But the therapist then reported that Tylee added something along the lines of, "I'm scared about overnights, though." It continues. When the therapist questioned her about this, she said something like, "Because Dad molests me and Colby." It was around this time that Colby Ryan told his mom about the alleged SA he experienced, a confession that he says left her devastated. The only reason I even told my mom was because Tylee was about to have a visit with her dad. And I am like, there is no way I can let my little sister go be around him. I have to say something. It was really hard, the entire situation of talking about it, and I can remember how devastated she was. Now I will have the articles of both of these listed in the description box if you want to go check out the full articles. Okay, this is a statement in Cheryl Wheeler's affidavit in support of extraordinary relief in the state of Texas and in Travis County. And she states this: "For the past 10 months, Lori Vallow, my son's stepmother, has been embroiled in a bitter custody battle with ex-husband Mr. Joseph Ryan, including scathing allegations of SA. The custody litigation has revealed that Ms. Vallow's son, Colby, was SA'd by Joseph Ryan. In this ongoing litigation, Mr. Tom Ware, a guardian and ad litem, has been appointed to look after the interests of the children. Mr. Ware, having heard the evidence and allegations of the party, has now suggested to the court that both Lori Vallow and her son, Colby, undergo psycho S evaluations. Whether it is because Colby has been a victim of SA or a deviant proclivity, I cannot say. However, my sons have made several allegations of SA at the hands of their stepbrother, Colby Ryan, while at the Vallow house. Zach has also shared this information with his therapist, Mark White. Has stated that Colby often makes comments of a graphic nature towards him. For example, when I asked the boys if there had been any inappropriate touching
at the hands of Colby or anyone at the Vallow house, he responded, "Colby shows me his private parts, and when I asked him to stop, he won't. I'm afraid of him." The boys also revealed that Colby witnessed Charles and Lori Vallow engaging in sexual relations. Colby has left questionable telephone messages for Cole saying, "I miss the things we do at night." Cole has admitted to me that Colby is sexual with him and his brother, Zach, because of what Joe did to him. Further, I found a provocative photo of Colby's little sister, Tylee, 4 years old, on Cole's cell phone. Each of these incidents are incredibly disturbing and make me fear for the safety and emotional development of my sons. Their father is aware of the SA allegations by his sons against his stepson, and that Colby has been ordered to undergo psychosexual testing and has taken no precautions to protect his sons of even investigate the allegations. I feel the Vallow household is unstable and a dangerous place for my children. End quote. So I don't know what came of these allegations. I'm guessing nothing. And since it involved minors and stuff, that's probably why there isn't anything out on it. And there probably won't be. If he even went for the psych testing, if Lori went for it, it's extremely sad. I would hope that none of these kids would be making this up, because why would they? And even if Colby had these things happen to him by Joseph Ryan as well, it still does not give him the right. But sadly, many times we do hear about instances where people have been abused in that way, and they sometimes will do it in return to others, or they may just be promiscuous. There's lots of horrific stories like this, and if you know anybody who is struggling or is going through something, or if you are going through it yourself, please stay a few seconds longer to receive information about help that you can receive yourself or you can get for others. And it can all be anonymous if you would like. My thoughts are with anybody who is going through this, and I hope that Cheryl's boys are okay in all of this, and nobody is going to ever be hurt again by Lori Vallow or Joseph Ryan. Wait a minute. No. if you or anyone you know has suffered from or is suffering from sexual assault or abuse, please consider calling the National Sexual Assault Hotline at 800-656-HOPE, 800-656-4673. You can also go online at rainn.org, RAINN.org. If you wish to stay completely anonymous, you may do so.